I stand before you today with a fire in my heart, a fire that refuses to be extinguished by doubt, by fear, or by the obstacles that life throws in my path. I am not here to dream small. I am not here to whisper about hope in the dark. I am here to declare with every ounce of my being, I will become a champion one day. A champion is not defined by trophies, medals, or applause. A champion is defined by the relentless pursuit of their own potential, by the courage to get up one more time than they fall, by the refusal to let temporary setbacks steal the vision of their greatness. Every champion you have ever admired, every one of them started exactly where you are today, with nothing but a decision, a spark, and an unwavering belief that they were meant for more. You see, the journey to greatness is not for the timid. It is for those who are willing to endure pain, embrace failure, and see obstacles as stepping stones. Every champion has been tested, every champion has faced doubt, and every champion has stared fear in the eyes and chosen action over comfort. It is not luck that makes a champion, it is discipline, it is focus. It is an obsession with being better than you were yesterday. There will be days when your body is tired, when your mind screams that you cannot go on. Those are the days that separate the ordinary from the extraordinary. That is the moment where champions are forged. When you choose to push through, to rise when the world tells you to sit down, that is when transformation happens. That is when you prove to yourself, more than anyone else, that you are unstoppable. I will tell you something. Your failures are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of your strength. Every mistake is a lesson. Every setback is a setup for a comeback. Every rejection, every no, every closed door is simply a redirection towards something greater. Champions understand that pain is temporary, but regret is eternal. Champions never settle, they never give up, they never let their dreams die quietly in the night. Look in the mirror right now, that person staring back at you. Are they the one who will settle for ordinary? Or are they the one who will rise above, who will fight, who will refuse to accept anything less than greatness? Because the truth is this: the only thing standing between you and your championship life is the decision to refuse to quit. The only thing standing between you and greatness is the relentless pursuit of your potential. You have to be hungry, hungry to push harder than yesterday, hungry to train your mind, your body, and your spirit to a level most people will never even attempt. Champions wake up before the world, they go to bed knowing they gave everything, and in between they fight like their life depends on it. Because in a way it does. The life you are meant to live, the champion inside you is waiting. It is waiting for you to step into it, to claim it, to own it. So stand tall, speak with conviction, move with purpose. Let every challenge fuel you. Let every critic motivate you. Let every failure remind you that you are learning, evolving, and getting stronger. One day, the world will recognize your greatness. One day, the medals, the victories, the acknowledgement will come. But until then, your job is simple. Show up every day. Train harder than you did yesterday. Believe in yourself when no one else does. Fight when everyone else quits, and keep saying, with unwavering certainty, I will become a champion one day. Belief in yourself is the foundation upon which every champion is built, and yet it is the most underestimated power that a human being can wield. Too many people go through life waiting for someone else to validate them, to tell them they are capable, to hand them permission to pursue their dreams. They search for external affirmation because they have forgotten the truth. The only validation that truly matters comes from within. You must decide here and now that you are worthy of greatness. You must decide that you are capable of more than the world has taught you to believe. You must decide that you are not limited by your past, your failures, or the doubts of those around you. When you choose to believe in yourself, when you awaken to the knowledge that you have untapped potential lying dormant within you, you ignite a power so strong that it can move mountains, break barriers, and transform impossibilities into realities. Belief is not a passive feeling, it is an active force. It is a decision you make every single day to trust your instincts, to trust your vision, and to trust your ability to navigate the challenges that life places in your path. It is easy to have belief when things are going well, when victories come effortlessly, when the world seems aligned with your desires. The real test of belief comes when everything is against you, when obstacles rise like walls, when criticism and doubt surround you from every direction. That is the moment when belief in yourself is no longer an option. It becomes your lifeline. Champions understand that belief is not born from circumstances. It is forged in defiance of them. Every challenge you face, every moment of fear or hesitation, is an opportunity to strengthen your belief. Every time you push through, every time you take action despite doubt, your belief grows, your confidence solidifies, and your identity as a champion begins to take shape. Too many people underestimate the role that self-belief plays in achieving greatness. They measure themselves against others, comparing their journey to someone else's success, and assuming that they are somehow less deserving, less capable, less prepared. But the truth is that no one else's path matters. Your life, your journey, your victories are yours alone, and they begin with the unwavering decision to believe in yourself. Self-belief gives you clarity in your purpose, courage in your actions, and resilience in your setbacks. It allows you to see opportunities where others see obstacles, to hear possibilities where others hear limitations, and to take risks that most people will never dare to take. It transforms fear into fuel and doubt into determination, and it gives you the audacity to dream bigger than you ever imagined. Belief in yourself also attracts the energy and resources necessary to achieve your goals. When you walk through the world with confidence in your abilities, people respond differently. Doors open that were previously closed. Mentors, allies, and supporters appear in your life. Opportunities that seemed impossible become attainable because your belief signals to the universe and to yourself that you are ready to receive them. But this does not mean that belief is a guarantee of immediate success. It is the engine that drives action, perseverance, and growth. Without belief, even the most talented, skilled, and prepared individuals will falter because they will be paralyzed by fear, hesitation, and uncertainty. Belief in yourself is the compass that keeps you on course when the storms of life threaten to sweep you off your path. Developing belief in yourself requires consistency, reflection, and intentional practice. You must speak to yourself with encouragement rather than doubt. Focus on your strengths rather than your weaknesses, and remind yourself daily of the reasons you are capable, worthy, and unstoppable. Visualization is a powerful tool, allowing you to see yourself achieving the goals you set and to feel the emotions associated with those victories. Affirmations and daily declarations of self-worth reinforce your belief and rewire your mind to trust in your potential. Surrounding yourself with people who support, challenge, and uplift you also strengthens belief because it reinforces the vision you hold for yourself. But ultimately, the responsibility rests with you. No one can instill this belief for you. It must rise from within, a fire that cannot be extinguished by criticism, failure, or doubt. Belief in yourself is not just about achieving external success. It is about becoming the person you are capable of being. It is about recognizing that within you lies a power far greater than any circumstance, a resilience stronger than any obstacle, and a potential that has yet to be fully realized. Every champion begins with this understanding, with this internal declaration that no matter the odds, no matter the critics, no matter the failures, they are capable, they are deserving, and they are unstoppable. When you commit to this belief, when you decide to trust yourself, the world begins to respond to the energy you project, and the impossible slowly begins to bend in your favor. It is belief that transforms dreams into action, action into results, and results into the legacy that defines a champion. Embracing the struggle is the difference between those who live ordinary lives and those who rise to greatness. Life will never be without challenges. Every person who has achieved something remarkable has faced moments of intense difficulty, moments where giving up seemed easier than pushing forward. Struggle is not a sign of weakness. It is a signal that you are growing, that you are moving beyond your comfort zone, and that you are stepping into the territory where true transformation occurs. The world does not reward comfort. It rewards those who are willing to endure the discomfort, who are willing to lean into the pain, and who are willing to face the obstacles that others avoid. Every champion knows that struggle is inevitable. It is not a barrier to success. It is the pathway. The moment you encounter resistance, that is the exact moment where your character, your determination, and your commitment are tested. Struggle forces you to dig deeper than you thought possible, to discover reserves of strength you didn't know existed, and to develop resilience that will carry you through every storm. It is easy to feel defeated when things are hard, to feel like the odds are stacked against you, to feel like the world is unfair. But it is in those moments that champions separate themselves from the rest. They do not retreat. They do not complain. They do not give in to despair. They embrace the struggle, knowing that it is shaping them into something greater. Many people spend their lives trying to avoid struggle. They seek the path of least resistance, the easiest route, the life that seems safe and predictable. But what they fail to realize is that avoiding struggle also means avoiding growth. Avoiding struggle means avoiding the chance to become extraordinary. The pain, the setbacks, and the challenges are not enemies. They are allies in disguise. Every obstacle is a teacher. Every failure is a lesson. Every moment of doubt is an invitation to rise stronger, wiser, and more capable. When you learn to embrace the struggle, you begin to see it not as a curse, but as a necessary part of your journey, a part of the process that leads to greatness. Struggle also teaches patience, discipline, and perseverance. It reminds you that nothing worth having comes quickly or easily. Instant success is a myth. Overnight results are an illusion. True achievement is the product of relentless effort, repeated failure, and unwavering commitment. When you face a struggle and refuse to quit, when you continue to take action despite pain and setbacks, you are building the mental toughness and emotional resilience that no shortcut can provide. You are developing a mindset that sees opportunity in adversity and growth in hardship. Champions do not wish for easier paths. They welcome challenges as opportunities to refine themselves and to prove to the world and to themselves that they are capable of more than anyone imagined. Another truth about struggle is that it strengthens your vision. When everything is difficult, when the path is uncertain, when success seems distant, your clarity of purpose becomes your guiding light. Struggle forces you to focus on what truly matters, to eliminate distractions, and to commit to the pursuit of your goals with precision and intensity. It filters out those who are not serious, leaving only those who are willing to fight for their dreams no matter the cost. Every setback becomes a reminder of why you started, every hardship a reminder of the stakes, and every obstacle a catalyst for renewed determination. The struggle transforms your desire into an unshakable hunger, a hunger that propels you forward even when the world tells you to stop. Embracing struggle also builds humility and gratitude. When you face challenges and rise above them, you gain a deeper appreciation for the victories, both large and small. You understand the value of effort, the price of progress, and the significance of perseverance. You learn to celebrate every step forward, to honor every lesson, and to recognize that each struggle is a stepping stone toward the greatness that awaits you. It shifts your mindset from entitlement to responsibility, from fear to courage, and from doubt to confidence. Champions do not see struggle as punishment. They see it as preparation, as the essential training ground for achieving their fullest potential. Struggle shapes identity. It teaches you who you truly are when all comforts are stripped away. It reveals the depth of your resilience, the intensity of your commitment, and the power of your character. Every moment of adversity is a chance to decide who you will become, to choose whether you will rise or fall, to claim your strength and move forward with unwavering resolve. When you embrace the struggle, you are not just surviving challenges, you are mastering them. You are transforming obstacles into fuel, pain into progress, and difficulties into victories. Relentless action is the engine that transforms dreams into reality, the force that separates those who talk about their goals from those who actually achieve them. Every person has ideas, aspirations, and visions of the life they want to live, but without action, those visions remain nothing more than fantasies. Dreams alone do not create change. Desire alone does not produce results. What determines success is the willingness to take consistent, determined, and relentless action, to move forward even when conditions are imperfect, and to refuse to wait for permission or perfect timing. Champions are not passive. They do not wait for opportunities to appear. They create them through persistent effort, decisive choices, and unstoppable momentum. Relentless action requires courage. It requires the courage to start when you feel uncertain, to move when fear tells you to freeze, and to act when the path is unclear. Many people hesitate because they are afraid of failure, afraid of criticism, or afraid that their efforts will not produce immediate results. But every champion knows that inaction is far more dangerous than failure. Waiting for certainty, waiting for confidence, waiting for the right moment is a trap that keeps ordinary people trapped in ordinary lives. Action breeds confidence, momentum, and clarity. The more you do, the more you learn. The more you learn, the more capable you become. Relentless action creates the feedback, experience, and insight that no amount of planning or thinking alone can provide. Consistency is a key aspect of relentless action. It is not enough to act sporadically or when motivation strikes. Motivation is fleeting, unreliable, and unpredictable, but action can be consistent. Champions do not rely on feelings. They rely on discipline. They show up every day, putting in the work even when they do not feel like it, knowing that progress compounds over time. Small, daily actions, repeated with unwavering focus, create extraordinary results. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory, a reinforcement of your commitment, and a building block for the future you are creating. Momentum is generated through relentless repetition, through refusing to allow a single day to pass without purposeful effort toward your goals. Relentless action also demands focus. It is easy to be busy without being productive, to act without moving in the direction of your ultimate vision. Champions know that not all actions are equal. Every action must have intention, must serve a purpose, and must bring you closer to the life you are determined to create. Focused action means prioritizing what matters most, eliminating distractions, and refusing to be sidetracked by unimportant tasks or the opinions of others. It means understanding that every moment is valuable and that the energy you invest in pursuing your goals must be deliberate, disciplined, and aligned with your vision. When action is focused, it is unstoppable, and every step becomes a force that propels you toward extraordinary achievement. Relentless action requires resilience. There will be obstacles, setbacks, and failures. There will be moments when your plans do not work, when results do not come as quickly as you hoped, and when the weight of effort feels overwhelming. Champions understand that failure is not a signal to stop, but a signal to adapt, learn, and keep moving. They treat challenges as feedback, not defeat, and they double down on effort rather than withdraw. Every obstacle becomes an opportunity to prove your commitment, to demonstrate your determination, and to strengthen your ability to persevere. The more relentless your action in the face of adversity, the stronger, wiser, and more capable you become. Relentless action is also fueled by vision. It is easier to act consistently when you have a clear picture of what you want, when you know exactly why you are pursuing your goals, and when the stakes are deeply meaningful. Vision creates urgency, passion, and purpose. It allows you to endure discomfort, to push through fear, and to overcome resistance because you are not acting for temporary satisfaction. You are acting for a life of fulfillment, significance, and impact. Champions visualize the results of their actions, feel the emotions of their future victories, and let that energy drive them forward relentlessly. Finally, relentless action is a habit, a mindset, and a lifestyle. It is about refusing to settle, refusing to procrastinate, and refusing to wait for anyone else to create the life you want. It is about taking ownership, being accountable, and moving with intensity, purpose, and urgency every single day. It is the understanding that action, more than talent, luck, or opportunity, is what separates champions from everyone else. The world rewards those who do, who persist, and who refuse to be passive observers of their own lives. Every step, every effort, every moment of focused determination compounds into the momentum that creates unstoppable results, and the person who commits to relentless action positions themselves to achieve what most people only dream about. Failure is not the end, it is the beginning of growth. Doorway to wisdom and the proving ground for those who refuse to be defeated. Every champion you admire, every person who has achieved extraordinary success, has experienced failure, often more times than anyone will ever know. Failure is inevitable, but what separates the ordinary from the extraordinary is not the absence of failure. It is the ability to learn from it, to extract the lessons hidden within it, and to use it as fuel to propel yourself forward. Most people fear failure because they misunderstand it. They see it as proof that they are not capable, that they are inadequate, or that their dreams are impossible. Champions see failure differently. They see it as feedback, as a tool, and as a necessary part of the journey toward greatness. Every failure contains a message, a lesson, or an insight that can make you stronger, smarter, and more prepared for the next challenge. When you fail, it is an opportunity to analyze, to reflect, and to adjust. It is an invitation to grow beyond your current limitations, to discover weaknesses you never knew existed, and to develop strategies that will make you unstoppable. Champions embrace failure because they understand that every misstep, every mistake, and every setback is a gift disguised as difficulty. They do not dwell in shame or regret. They extract value from every experience and use it to create momentum toward their goals. Failure also builds resilience. The more you experience it, the more you learn to endure it, the more you learn to persevere despite it, and the more you develop the mental toughness that is required to achieve extraordinary results. Life will test you repeatedly, and there will be moments when it feels easier to quit than to continue. Champions use failure to train their minds, to strengthen their resolve, and to develop the confidence that they can overcome anything. They understand that pain is temporary, lessons are permanent, and growth comes to those who refuse to let setbacks define them. Another truth about failure is that it teaches humility. It reminds you that you are human, that you are not infallible, and that even the strongest, most talented people will face moments of defeat. But humility is not weakness, it is awareness. It allows you to approach challenges with a clear mind, to seek advice and mentorship, and to remain open to learning. Champions combine humility with determination, understanding that each failure is a stepping stone, a building block, and a necessary part of the journey toward mastery. The moment you accept failure as a teacher rather than an enemy, you gain a perspective that empowers you to take risks, pursue opportunities, and aim higher than you ever dared before. Failure forces reflection and adaptation. When something does not work as planned, champions ask themselves the hard questions. What went wrong? What could I have done differently? What did this teach me about myself, my approach, or my strategy? They do not shy away from honest self-assessment. They do not blame circumstances, others, or luck. They take full responsibility, extract the lessons, and make adjustments that bring them closer to their ultimate vision. Each failure becomes a guidepost, pointing the way towards smarter actions, better decisions, and more effective strategies. The more you learn from failure, the faster you evolve, the more you refine your approach, and the closer you get to unstoppable success. Fear of failure is one of the greatest obstacles to achievement. Many people allow the possibility of failure to paralyze them, to keep them from taking bold steps, to silence their ambitions, and to limit their potential. Champions do not fear failure, they embrace it. They understand that failing fast, learning quickly, and adapting relentlessly is the fastest path to progress. They know that the lessons gained from failure are more valuable than any shortcut, more permanent than temporary success, and more powerful than luck or circumstance. Each failure is a teacher, each mistake is a mentor, and each setback is a laboratory for improvement. Failure also builds courage. Every time you face a setback and choose to rise, every time you confront a disappointment and take action again, your courage grows. You learn that setbacks are temporary, that obstacles can be overcome, and that your potential is far greater than any single defeat. Champions develop an unshakable confidence that comes not from never failing, but from knowing that failure will never stop them. They take bold action because they know that no setback, no rejection, and no mistake can permanently define them. Learning from failure transforms your mindset. It turns fear into fuel, disappointment into direction, and setbacks into stepping stones. The person who masters this principle becomes unstoppable because they no longer see challenges as threats. They see them as opportunities to grow, improve, and prove themselves. Every failure becomes part of the foundation upon which they build their success, and every lesson learned brings them closer to the life they are determined to create. Vision and persistence are the twin forces that define champions and separate those who dream from those who achieve. Vision is the ability to see beyond the present, to imagine a future that others may not yet understand, to hold in your mind the life you are capable of creating. Persistence is the relentless commitment to move toward that vision, regardless of obstacles, setbacks, or the naysayers who say it cannot be done. Together, vision and persistence create unstoppable momentum, guiding you through the darkest moments, the toughest challenges, and the periods of doubt that inevitably arise on the path to greatness. Without vision, persistence has no direction. Without persistence, vision remains a dream. Champions understand this, and they cultivate both with intentionality, focus, and unwavering determination. A clear vision is essential because it gives purpose to every action you take. It allows you to prioritize what matters, to discard distractions, and to measure progress in meaningful ways. When you have a vision of the life you want, you no longer drift through life aimlessly. You move with precision, energy, and urgency. Vision creates clarity in your decisions, focus in your actions, and motivation in your heart. It gives you something to fight for when the world seems impossible, something to hold onto when doubt threatens to overwhelm you, and something to guide you when you are unsure of your next step. Without vision, it is easy to lose momentum, to become distracted by temporary setbacks, or to settle for mediocrity. Vision acts as a compass, pointing you toward your ultimate destination even when the journey is long and difficult. Persistence, on the other hand, is the commitment to keep moving forward no matter the circumstances. It is the refusal to quit, the courage to rise after every failure, and the discipline to continue working when others would give up. Persistence is not about speed. It is about consistency, endurance, and the understanding that progress often comes in small, incremental steps rather than sudden leaps. Champions do not wait for ideal conditions. They do not wait for inspiration, and they do not wait for the world to make things easy. They take action every day, every hour, every moment necessary to inch closer to their goals. It is this persistence, combined with a clear vision, that allows them to overcome obstacles that would stop most people in their tracks. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, and without persistence, vision alone is not enough. Obstacles will arise to test your commitment, criticism will try to shake your confidence, and failure will attempt to derail your progress. Champions view these challenges not as reasons to quit, but as opportunities to strengthen their resolve, refine their strategies, and reaffirm their vision. Every obstacle becomes a test of endurance, every difficulty an opportunity to grow, and every setback a chance to demonstrate the power of persistence. The more persistent you are, the more momentum you build, and the more obstacles become stepping stones rather than roadblocks. Persistence is fueled by belief in yourself and your vision. When you truly believe in the possibility of what you are pursuing, when you feel the power of your vision in your heart, persistence becomes natural. It is the energy that propels you through long hours, difficult decisions, and moments of doubt. It is the force that keeps you moving when the world tells you to stop, when failure seems permanent, and when the path forward is unclear. Champions are persistent because they are guided by a vision that is bigger than any temporary discomfort, challenge, or distraction. Their eyes are on the prize, their hearts are committed, and their actions are unstoppable. Another critical element of vision and persistence is adaptability. While vision provides direction and persistence provides drive, the ability to adjust, pivot, and learn along the way ensures that you continue moving forward even when circumstances change. Champions are not rigid. They are flexible in approach but unwavering in purpose. They maintain clarity of their ultimate goal while navigating obstacles with creativity, resourcefulness, and strategic thinking. Persistence does not mean blindly repeating the same actions. It means consistently moving toward your vision while adapting to reality, learning from mistakes, and improving with every step. Vision and persistence also inspire others. When people witness someone moving consistently toward a compelling vision, overcoming obstacles, and refusing to quit, they are drawn to that energy. Your persistence creates momentum not only for yourself, but also for those around you. It signals leadership, confidence, and determination. It shows the world that greatness is not achieved by talent alone, luck alone, or opportunity alone, but by the combination of a clear vision and the relentless commitment to see it through. Champions understand that their journey is bigger than themselves, that their persistence creates a ripple effect, and that their vision becomes a beacon for others who aspire to achieve greatness. Vision and persistence together create results that are unstoppable. Vision gives the why, persistence gives the how, and the combination ensures that no obstacle, setback, or doubt can derail your journey. Every step, every effort, every sacrifice becomes part of a larger movement toward the life you are destined to create. Champions commit to their vision, embrace persistence as their daily practice, and refuse to settle for anything less than what they know they are capable of achieving.